Hey guys, my name is Serena. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am planning on doing this, getting ready, and honestly today I have like nothing to do apart from going to the gym, so I don't know why I'm doing this right now because you don't need a full face of makeup to go to the gym. The fact is, I honestly do not know what to film. Since I've finished my exams last week, I've been thinking about what to film, and I've always had some kind of list of videos that I wanted to make, but right now I got none. And I don't know, it's some kind of creativity problem. I just feel like I got no ideas, and I know that a lot of people go through this, and I'm going through this right now. By the way, I don't know if this is a good angle. I'm not using my tripod. My tripod is so broken. So the camera is on a stack of books. I hope I am in frame. And yeah, this is another part of my room. I am sitting down at my desk. I have my mirror right here. I thought, why not do a get ready with me? Maybe the makeup book tag, and talk about what's been going on. First of all, I like to put some chapstick on my lips just to moisturize them. And I want to say that I am not a beauty guru. I do not know shit about makeup, and I also use very cheap makeup. Most of my makeup is from e.l.f., which you may or may not know is a very cheap makeup brand, but I like it and I do not wear a lot of makeup. First step is primer. Pick a book that left a lasting impression. Okay, so I do not use primer. I usually moisturize my face. I've already done that, and I use it as a primer. I don't know how it's supposed to be done, but I just moisturize my face. And as for a book that left a lasting impression on me, I have to say A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini, and this is a book about two girls in the Middle East, and of course how their situation is there, and it really opened my eyes to some aspects of that life. I read it when I was 16, I think, so I didn't know much about some things, and it really left an impression on me. And even after all these years, I do not remember all the details of the book, and I really want to reread it, but it still stayed with me, Step number 2, foundation. Pick your favorite first book in a series. My favorite first book in a series is, well, honestly, I haven't read a lot of series, but I have to say, of course, other than Harry Potter, I really liked Cinder, and I have not continued on with the series. I really want to, but as for the first book, I think it was a great book. So let's get my foundation. I use the e.l.f. I think this is the Acne one. It's the lightest shade. It's porcelain. Then I have this dirty ass sponge. I know that a lot of people use the beauty blender and stuff. I do not. I usually use my fingers, a brush, or the sponge. I don't care. So I've always enjoyed watching these get ready with me videos because it feels like a conversation. I know a lot of people like to watch mukbangs and these type of conversational videos, but I really like watching them sometimes, obviously when I have the time. So 2019 hasn't started well for me. Well, it has, because I've done a lot of studying. I've got a lot of things done, university-wise, but as for booktube, I feel like I haven't done much. Last year, I remember, even though it was my first year of university, I feel like in the first 3 months of the year, I've read the most all year, and it was great. Honestly, right now, the 1st of March, I've read 2 design books that I needed to read for university, and I have another 20 pages of a book that I started at Halloween. So reading for me hasn't been great lately, and the same goes for booktube. I've uploaded 2 videos in January, at the beginning of January. Then I didn't upload anything for the rest of the month. And then in February, I uploaded other 2 videos. And they were all, you know, the beginning of the year videos, you know, what I want to read in 2019, my bookish goals. But now that that has passed, I do not know what to read. I feel like I look orange. Do I look orange? Anyway, moving on. Concealer. Pick a character you wish you could get rid of. Honestly, what I'm thinking about is Peter Kavinsky in the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. I really did not like Peter Kavinsky in the 2nd book, and I really wanted him to just go away. But then that didn't happen, and I do not want to spoil. So yeah, I just want to say that I wanted to get rid of Peter Kavinsky in the 2nd book. I am using, by the way, an e.l.f. concealer, and it's maximum coverage concealer. I just put concealer under my eyes because I feel like I have bags under my eyes. I know it could be worse, but you know. Hopefully the battery's gonna last. I feel like this video is gonna be so long. I'm gonna make it as short as possible, of course. So as for watching videos, I obviously haven't been watching a lot of videos. I've watched a couple of booktube videos here and there. Today I was watching a few videos. I was watching Becca and the Books video, and I love her, Becca's Bookopolies, you know, her monthly TBRs with her game board. I don't know how to explain it. I will link her March TBR down below. I really enjoy those videos. Next is Powder. Pick your favorite last book in a series. I have to say, my favorite last book in a series is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, because of course, as I said, I have not read a lot of series. I feel like I always read series, but thinking about it, I do not read much of them. And especially I have not completed a lot of them. So between the ones that I have read, I really like the Deathly Hallows, of course, apart from some of the deaths. I am putting on this very light powder on. It is called Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. It is translucent, fair light. That's why it's so light. Eyebrows. A book that you think everyone should read. Well, that's a strange question. Does this question imply that everybody should be doing their eyebrows? I do, because I have very fair eyebrows, and I feel like, especially in the light, you cannot see them, and I like when my eyebrows are there, you know. I use, of course, an e.l.f. eyebrow kit. It's this one, lightest shade as always, and I really like it, honestly. So I was talking about Becca and the Books. I've noticed back in January that there is this Song of Ice and Fire read along. And I've read A Game of Thrones last year. It's a huge ass book. I read it in a very long time. It took me a very long time to read that book. But anyway, I want to continue on with the series. And I know that in March they are going to read, March and April, they're going to read A Clash of Kings. And I want to read that one. I've started it. I think I am at page 200, and it's a huge book as always. Sorry if the frame is different, but I've noticed that my camera stopped recording, so yeah. Things like this happen to me all the time. But I was talking about eyebrows. I finished them. I think they're fine. And I think I was talking about the fact that I want to read A Clash of Kings in March and April with the other booktubers who are participating in the A Song of Ice and Fire read along, and hopefully I can keep up. And I think I didn't answer the question, and the question is a book that you think everyone should read. And of course, as I always say, A Thousand Splendid Suns, but I think I should answer with some other books as well. And I think, well, I haven't read a lot of nonfiction books, but I've read I Am Malala and Anne Frank, The Diary of Anne Frank, and I think those are two important books that everyone should read once in their life. Next, we have eyeshadow, and I have a lot of, eyeshadow palettes because people gift them to me for my birthday and Christmas and holidays like that. But I usually go with either this e.l.f. one with neutral colors. It is broken mostly because I always seem to drop my makeup, but I usually use this. I feel so strange doing this, but yeah, I use usually this light pink all over the lid and then these darker shades in the crease, to do some kind of smoky eye. But I also use this one, which is a more rose colored one. Let's just do this one. And the question is, before I forget, pick a book that has your favorite colors on the cover. Well, I do not have favorite colors. I mean, I do not like fluo colors or, orange, yellow. I mean, I do not hate them, but I usually do not wear them. I always say that I like green because it was my mom's favorite color, and I do like green. But I also like a lot of neutral colors like these, like beige, even black and white. I do not like pink. There are certain shades of pink that I like. But either way, let's go with green. And I really like the cover, A Kiss of Deception, and I will put a picture right here. I really like the colors, the color scheme on the cover. I do not like people on the cover most of the times, but this works. I really enjoy that. So I'm putting this, I don't know if you can see it. I'm having trouble myself seeing it because talking and doing makeup at the same time is very hard. And I don't know if I told you guys, but I have glasses now. It helps since I've been studying for 2 months straight, and I felt like my eyesight was very blurry, so I went to the doctor and he told me to put glasses on. So let me show you. I do not wear them all the time. Obviously, I wear them at university, when I'm driving. But how do I look? I feel like these were the best ones for my face shape. I was talking about Game of Thrones. Next month is going to be the last season of Game of Thrones, and I'm so excited. I do not remember anything. I mean, I remember little because it's been a long time since I've watched the show. And what I want to do is watch this month what I can. I want to rewatch the entire show if I can because I want to be prepared because shit is going to go down for sure, and I can't wait. Oh, and I really, really like to put a little bit of eyeshadow under, my waterline. I do not use eyeliner anymore. I think I used to look very bad with eyeliner because I do not know how to put it on properly. So I just stopped and started using eyeshadow more because I used to only put eyeliner with no eyeshadow, and I would do the opposite, and I think it looks better on me, honestly. I do very ugly faces. Yeah, I'm not that great at putting eyeliner. I'm not great at anything, let's be honest. I think that's fine. Next step is eyeliner. Pick a dark, mysterious book. And I've always said that I haven't read a lot of horror or thriller books, and that is true. I've received for Christmas You by Carolyn Kepnes, and it's a thriller. I think there's a TV show I really want to watch, but I want to read the book first, and I think that is dark. It's about this guy who becomes a stalker. I've read Carrie by Stephen King, but I wasn't that scared. So I do not have a good answer to this question, and I also do not put eyeliner on, so I'm not gonna do that. Next is mascara. I use, this is not e.l.f. So surprisingly, this is not e.l.f. This is Essence. I bought this here in Italy, and it's I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. And this mascara is crazy. So I have to be careful with this. So I'm not going to talk a lot. I'm going to answer the question first. It's pick a long book. A Game of Thrones. Easy. Those are one of the biggest books I've ever read in my life, and the series in general. I've only read the first book, obviously, but I'm going to read the entire series eventually. I have to make this dry because it will smudge all over the place. I hate when it happens. I feel like this eye always looks worse than this one. I don't know why. So here in Italy right now is the Carnevale time, and I don't know what it's called. It's a carnival. It's like our Halloween minus the spookiness, you know? So I'm going to a party this Saturday. I do not know what to wear, honestly. I never dress up. I feel like I'm too old for that, and I lack of ideas as always. How does it look? Next is blush. Yet another piece of makeup that I never use. I do not like blush. I never have, honestly. I've bought once a blush, but I never used it. Let's just answer the question. And the question is, pick a book that had some cringe-worthy romance. Some scenes, honestly, guys, I feel like some scenes in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series between the romance between Farrah and whoever, honestly, Rhys and Hamlin, were so cringy. So cringy. Sometimes really, I just really wanted those scenes to end and go on to the action, because those were the only scenes that I really enjoyed of the series. But yeah, I do not like that relationship, and that I think that's an unpopular opinion of mine. Oh yeah, highlighter. I forgot that existed, honestly, and I do like seeing it on other people. I just don't use it myself. Highlighter. Pick a book that brightened your day. I can easily go with any cute contemporary that I really enjoyed. There is Fangirl, To All the Boys I Loved Before. That was cute. I did not absolutely love the first book, honestly, and the second book either, but it was cute. Lipstick. Your favorite book kiss. I do not have a favorite book couple. So I honestly do not have a favorite book kiss. So I do not have an answer to this question because no kissing scene comes into my mind at this moment. So I'm just gonna skip this question and let's put on some lipstick. So as for what I'm reading, what I'm currently reading is I'm finishing that book that I started way long ago at Halloween, and it's Girl of Nightmares by Kendra Blake. I gave the first book 2 stars. The second book, I feel like it's cute. And I think that I am enjoying it a little bit more because there isn't that romance between the ghost hunter and the ghost that I did not enjoy. And it's still not a creepy book. It is marketed as a horror book. I am not scared. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a little bit more, and I'm also reading Clash of Kings. So when I finish A Girl of Nightmares, I don't know what I'm going to read, honestly. I feel like I should start from my 2019 TBR. I'll let you know. I'll do a spring TBR because I have to get into reading again. I really have to. I do not know what to put on my lips, honestly. I feel like I'm just going to go with a nude because, as I said, I'm going to the gym. I do not want to look crazy. I already do. So let's go with this nude. It's e.l.f. It's in the shade Touch of Nude. It's this color. Can you see it? Also, I feel like my nails look so ugly. I put on this beige color and it's already wearing off. Last step is contour. What book surprised you with how much depth it had? Well, I feel like I'm going to say The Hate You Give. So my camera, every 20 minutes, it shuts down. I know the frame is crooked. It's a struggle, honestly. But I was talking about The Hate You Give and how I feel it's a very deep book because obviously it's about the Black Lives Matter movement, and it has very light parts and funny parts and family parts, you know, that I really like too. But it's an important book. I feel like everybody should read. And I was watching Jessie's video the other day, and what she talked about in that video is that all people tend to read about Black people is, you know, about their suffering. And I do agree with what she's saying. I hope that in the future other authors, Black authors, make more contemporary or fantasy books about a Black person without talking about, you know, their suffering, or at least not only about that. I use this e.l.f. bronzer. I don't know what it's called. The shade is Forever Sun-Kissed. I also use sometimes this NYC one. I really like this one. It's in the shade Sunny, but I'm just gonna use this one, and it's bronzer. Let's use this for contouring. And I like to put a little bit on my forehead because I have a big forehead. Here on the cheek. I look ridiculous. And a little bit on my neck and jawline. I feel like my nose is large, so. But yet again, I'll be blowing my nose in no time, so it's gonna mess it up. Pick another brush and just blend it in a little bit, you know. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I look? Hope you enjoyed this video. This video is gonna be so long. I'm gonna make it as short as possible. And I don't know if people are still watching this video because I think people just click out of my videos right away. But if you are, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully I'll get an idea soon, and you know, I love booktube. Hopefully I'll do much more videos, interesting videos in the future. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!